I felt silly talking to myself, but I knew it was helping me. Slowly, I became more comfortable speaking English out loud. I practiced every day, repeating sentences and words until they felt natural. I also started practicing with my friends. They were kind and encouraged me, even when I made mistakes. We played games that involved speaking in English, like describing pictures or objects around us. This made speaking feel less like a task and more like fun. The more I practiced with my friends, the more confident I became. I noticed that when I spoke more, my English improved faster. I could form sentences more easily, and I didn't have to think as hard to find the right words. My pronunciation got better too. It was still challenging, but I was making progress. One day, I decided to try speaking English outside of school. I went to a small shop and ordered something in English. I was nervous, but the shopkeeper understood me, and I felt proud. This small success made me realize that my practice was paying off. My family was very supportive during this time. At home, they would ask me simple questions in English like, "How was school today?" or "What did you eat for lunch?" I tried my best to answer in English. These small conversations with my family were a great way to practice speaking in a safe space. As I continued practicing, I felt my confidence growing. I realized that speaking out loud, even when I was alone, was a great way to improve. Gradually, I started speaking English with my friends and family. At first, I used simple sentences like "This is my book," or "I like apples." My friends were very supportive. They listened and encouraged me. And when I made mistakes, they helped me learn the correct way to say things. To build my skills even further, I joined an English club at school. We met once a week, and each session was filled with fun activities. Sometimes we played games that helped us practice speaking, like word association or guessing games. Other times, we had short conversations about different topics, like our favorite foods or hobbies. This practice was very helpful because it allowed me to use English in a friendly, relaxed setting. One of my favorite activities in the club was storytelling. Each of us would choose a simple story or even make up our own. At first, I was nervous, but as I saw others trying, I felt encouraged to give it a try. I started with very short, simple stories. Like one day, I went to the park and saw a big dog. As time went on, my stories became a little longer, and I felt proud that I could express more in English. It made me feel like I was truly making progress. Listening practice was also important. I listened to simple English stories online. These stories were made for beginners, with clear speech and easy words. I often repeated the sentences after hearing them to get used to the sounds and rhythm of English. This practice helped me a lot in understanding English speakers better. As my understanding improved, I tried listening to English songs. At first, I didn't understand all the words, but I loved the music and enjoyed trying to sing along. Over time, I noticed that I could recognize more and more words. It was exciting to realize that the English I was learning in school and the English I heard in songs were starting to connect. Reading was another big part of my learning. I started with very simple books, like picture books for children. These books had easy sentences and lots of colorful images that helped me understand the story, even if I didn't know every word. I read slowly, looking up words I didn't know, and over time, reading became easier. Soon, I was able to read short stories without needing to look up as many words. Writing helped me organize my thoughts in English. I continued to write in my journal every day, describing my daily activities. I also started writing small paragraphs about things I liked, such as my favorite animals, foods, or things I wanted to do. Writing every day was a good way to remember new words and practice using them in sentences. As I kept practicing, I noticed that my vocabulary was growing. Each time I learned a new word, I tried to use it in my writing and in conversations. Sometimes I would set small goals, like using 5 new words each day. This challenge made learning exciting, and it was rewarding to see how much I could remember over time. I even made flashcards with new words and their meanings, and I would review them whenever I had a few spare minutes. Soon, I felt confident enough to try speaking English outside of school. I remember one day when I visited a local market where there were some tourists. They were looking a bit lost, so I gathered up my courage and asked, "Do you need help?" They smiled and asked for directions, and I was able to guide them. It felt amazing to actually use my English to help someone, and their kind responses boosted my confidence even more. Around this time, I also started watching English movies and TV shows with subtitles. At first, I kept the subtitles in my native language so I could understand the story. But as I became more comfortable, I switched to English subtitles. This was challenging, but it helped me see how words and phrases were used naturally in conversations. I learned a lot of everyday expressions that aren't in textbooks. For example, I learned phrases like "what's up" and "take it easy," which made my English sound more natural. After a few months, I noticed a big change. English didn't feel as foreign as it once did. When I read or listened, I understood more and more without needing to translate everything in my head. My friends and teachers noticed my progress too, and they encouraged me to keep going. One of my biggest accomplishments came during an English class at school. Our teacher asked us to give a short presentation about our favorite hobby. I chose reading because by then I loved reading simple English books. I spent a lot of time preparing, writing down what I wanted to say, and practicing in front of a mirror. On the day of the presentation, I was nervous, but I spoke clearly and remembered most of my points. My teacher and classmates clapped, and that moment felt like a huge achievement. To challenge myself further, I decided to join an online English forum where people shared stories and experiences. I started by just reading others' posts, but soon I felt brave enough to write my own. I shared a few stories about my life, my favorite books, and even my English learning journey. People from different countries replied to my posts, and we had small conversations. It felt amazing to connect with people from other cultures, all because I had learned a new language. As time went on, English became a part of my everyday life. I was no longer just learning it, I was living it. I would think of things in English, write my grocery list in English, and even dream in English sometimes. This journey has taught me that with patience, practice, and a positive attitude, I can achieve my goals, no matter how challenging they may seem at first. One of the most rewarding parts of my English journey was realizing how much my hard work had paid off. As my skills improved, new opportunities opened up for me. For example, I could join international online courses and webinars where I met people from different backgrounds. This not only improved my English but also broadened my perspective on the world. I was able to ask questions, share my own thoughts, and make friends from other countries. It felt like English had become a bridge, connecting me with people and experiences I couldn't have reached otherwise. There were still times when I struggled, of course. English has so many irregular rules and exceptions, and some days I felt frustrated. But I learned to see mistakes as part of the learning process. Every error helped me understand the language a little better, and I grew more patient with myself. My teachers, friends, and online community were always supportive, reminding me that everyone makes mistakes, especially when learning something new. Over time, I learned to laugh at my own misunderstandings and focus on the progress I had made. One of my proudest moments came when I received an email from a foreign company inviting me to apply for an internship. It was a virtual position, and they needed someone who could communicate well in English. I almost couldn't believe it. The idea of working with native English speakers would have terrified me a year ago, but now I felt ready to take on the challenge. I spent hours preparing for the interview, reviewing vocabulary, and practicing common interview questions. The interview day arrived, and I was incredibly nervous. But once we started talking, I realized I could understand their questions without having to translate in my head. I answered confidently, using the expressions and phrases I had learned. At the end of the interview, they offered me the position, and I was overjoyed. Working in an English-speaking environment was challenging at first, but it was also the ultimate test of my skills. Each meeting, email, and project helped me improve even more. Looking back, my journey of learning English has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It taught me not only a new language but also resilience, patience, and the power of consistent effort. English opened doors to a world of knowledge, friendships, and opportunities that I would never have imagined. Today, I feel proud of how far I've come, and I'm excited to keep learning and growing. To anyone starting their own language journey, I would say this: don't be afraid of making mistakes, and remember that progress comes one step at a time. Embrace every challenge and celebrate each small victory. One day you'll look back and see just how much you've achieved, and it will all be worth it. As I move forward, I am more motivated than ever to keep improving my English. I know there will still be moments of difficulty, new vocabulary to learn, complex grammar to master, and conversations that test my fluency. But now, I see these challenges as chances to grow. English has become more than a language to me. It's a skill that I can use to build my future and connect with the world. The beauty of learning a language is that it's a journey without an end point. There's always something new to discover, a new level to reach, and new people to meet. I'm looking forward to diving deeper into English literature, exploring complex topics, and refining my communication even further. I even dream of traveling to English-speaking countries someday, where I can immerse myself in the language and culture firsthand. I'm also inspired to help others who are starting out on their English learning journeys. I understand the struggles and self-doubt that come with it, and I want to encourage them to keep going. Whether it's through online forums, study groups, or even just encouraging words, I hope to share what I've learned and show others that they, too, can achieve their goals. Learning English has transformed my life, giving me confidence and a sense of accomplishment. It has shown me that hard work and persistence truly pay off. I'm grateful for every lesson, every mistake, and every breakthrough moment along the way. This journey has been filled with ups and downs, but it has been worth every effort. Now, I feel ready to take on new challenges, not just in English but in other areas of my life. My language journey has taught me that with patience, determination, and a positive attitude, I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. English has opened doors for me, and I can't wait to see where else this path will lead. As I look back on my journey, I feel a profound sense of accomplishment. It's incredible to think about how far I've come, from the initial struggles with pronunciation and grammar to now being able to communicate confidently and understand complex materials. The journey has transformed not only my language abilities, but also how I view learning as a whole. Each step has taught me resilience, patience, and the importance of celebrating small victories along the way. I remember the initial frustration of trying to understand unfamiliar idioms or feeling lost in conversations with native speakers. But now, those once intimidating expressions feel like second nature. I've learned that language is much more than memorizing vocabulary. It's about understanding a culture, connecting with people, and opening myself up to different ways of thinking. This shift in perspective has not only improved my English, but has also enriched my worldview. Reflecting on this journey, I feel motivated to set new goals. Mastering English has shown me that I'm capable of overcoming challenges that once seemed daunting. So, I want to carry this same energy into other areas of my life, both in learning new languages and in achieving personal goals. Whether it's picking up another language, exploring different fields, or developing new skills, I now know that I have the tools and mindset to succeed. This experience has given me a sense of independence and freedom. English has opened doors for me professionally, allowing me to consider career opportunities that were once out of reach. It has also given me the confidence to connect with people from around the world, to explore ideas and perspectives that I may never have encountered otherwise. It feels like I've stepped into a larger world, one where I can participate more fully and meaningfully. Above all, I am deeply grateful for everyone who has supported me on this journey: teachers, friends, family, and even strangers who offered a kind word or encouragement. I hope to pay it forward by helping others who are facing similar challenges. I know how tough the path can be, but I also know how rewarding it feels to look back and see the progress. Looking ahead, I see endless possibilities. I am excited about the person I am becoming through this journey. English is now a part of me, a tool that I can use to navigate new experiences, build relationships, and continue learning. I am ready to embrace whatever comes next, armed with the knowledge that I can overcome obstacles, one step at a time. As I look forward, I see that this journey with English is far from over. Instead, it's evolving. While I've reached a place where I feel comfortable and confident, I know there is always room to grow and refine my skills. Mastery is a lifelong process, and with language, there is always something new to learn: an idiom, a nuance in tone, or a cultural reference that deepens my understanding. One of the goals I have set for myself is to immerse even further in the language, particularly through literature, film, and conversation with native speakers. Each of these provides a unique lens through which to view the world, allowing me to gain insights into how different people think and express themselves. Reading English literature, for instance, has not only expanded my vocabulary, but has also offered me a richer sense of history, culture, and human experience. I also look forward to finding ways to integrate English more into my daily life, whether it's by joining a community group, attending workshops, or even participating in volunteer activities where English is the primary language. I want to continue strengthening my skills in real-world settings. Speaking and listening to English in a variety of contexts will help me maintain fluency and comfort, and it will keep me actively engaged in my learning. Professionally, I am excited about the possibilities that language skills open up for me. With English proficiency, I can collaborate on international projects, reach a wider audience, and consider job opportunities that require bilingual skills. English has become an invaluable asset that makes me more versatile and adaptable in my field. I plan to leverage this skill to connect with colleagues and clients from around the world, making my work more impactful and far-reaching. Finally, I want to give back to others who are on a similar path. Having experienced the highs and lows of language learning, I understand the challenges that come with it, from the self-doubt to the moments of triumph. I hope to encourage others by sharing my own experiences and strategies. Perhaps I can volunteer as a language tutor or join a group that supports English learners, helping them navigate their own journeys just as others helped me. In summary, this journey with English has taught me so much more than grammar and vocabulary. It has shown me the power of persistence, the importance of setting goals, and the joy of connecting with others across linguistic and cultural boundaries. As I look to the future, I feel inspired and empowered, ready to continue learning, growing, and contributing to a global community. I am grateful for every challenge and every success, knowing they have shaped me into who I am today and will continue to guide me toward who I am becoming. As I reflect on everything I've gained from learning English, I am filled with gratitude for the experiences, challenges, and growth it has brought into my life. Language, after all, is not just a tool for communication, it's a doorway to new perspectives, relationships, and opportunities. It allows us to express our thoughts and emotions, share our ideas, and understand others on a profound level. One of the most rewarding aspects of this journey has been connecting with people from diverse backgrounds. Through English, I have been able to engage in conversations that have broadened my worldview and deepened my empathy. Every interaction, whether it's with a native speaker or a fellow learner, has taught me something valuable. The simple act of communicating in a shared language has shown me how much we all have in common, despite our different cultures and experiences. Looking back, I realize that each step in this journey, every struggle with pronunciation, every challenge in understanding idiomatic expressions, every moment of uncertainty was essential in helping me grow. The mistakes I made along the way became lessons that strengthened my resolve and improved my skills. Overcoming these obstacles has not only made me a better language learner, but has also instilled in me a resilience and determination that extends beyond language learning into other areas of my life. As I move forward, I am excited to explore new ways to use English to make a difference in the world around me, whether it's by contributing to a global conversation, volunteering, or simply being a source of support and encouragement for other language learners. I am committed to using this skill to create positive change. English has opened doors for me, and I hope to pay it forward by helping others unlock similar opportunities. This journey has been a reminder that learning is a lifelong endeavor. I am excited to continue growing, learning, and challenging myself, not only in English but in other areas as well. Language learning has shown me the beauty of persistence, the joy of small victories, and the importance of community support. It has been a journey filled with ups and downs, but every moment has been worth it. As I look to the future, I know that my relationship with English will continue to evolve. There will always be new words to learn, new contexts to understand, and new ways to express myself. I am ready to embrace each of these opportunities, knowing that they will enrich my life in ways I may not even anticipate. In conclusion, my journey with English has been one of growth, resilience, and connection. It has taught me the value of perseverance, the power of communication, and the importance of embracing challenges. I am grateful for every experience, every lesson, and every person who has been a part of this journey. As I continue to learn and grow, I carry with me the knowledge that this is not the end, but just the beginning of a lifelong journey of discovery, understanding, and connection. This journey has left a lasting impact on how I see myself and the world. Language learning has shaped my character in ways I didn't expect. It has made me more patient, open-minded, and adaptable. The process has helped me develop the courage to step out of my comfort zone and embrace the unknown, knowing that the rewards far outweigh the risks. Each small achievement along the way, whether mastering a difficult concept or completing a meaningful conversation in English, has reinforced my confidence and belief in my ability to grow. Moreover, learning English has given me a profound appreciation for the nuances and beauty of language itself. I have come to understand that language is much more than a means of conveying information. It is a reflection of culture, history, and the collective experiences of people. Every idiom, every expression, and every variation and accent carries with it stories that go beyond words. This awareness has not only deepened my understanding of English, but has also inspired me to approach other languages and cultures with the same curiosity and respect. I am also grateful for the empathy this journey has cultivated within me. Being a language learner has taught me what it feels like to struggle with communication, to face misunderstandings, and to feel vulnerable. These experiences have helped me connect with others who are navigating similar paths, and I feel more attuned to the challenges faced by newcomers in any environment. This empathy has extended beyond language and has become a core part of who I am. It has encouraged me to be more compassionate, supportive, and patient with others in all areas of life. As I look ahead, I am filled with excitement about the possibilities that lie ahead in this language journey. There are still so many aspects of English that I want to explore, from literature to technical language, and so many ways I want to use it to connect with others, share ideas, and contribute meaningfully to the global community. I am also eager to continue learning about other languages and cultures, knowing that each one will add new dimensions to my understanding of the world. In the end, my journey with English has been about so much more than learning vocabulary and grammar. It has been about growth, resilience, and self-discovery. It has shown me the power of language to bridge divides, create understanding, and bring people together. I am thankful for every lesson, every challenge, and every triumph, and I look forward to continuing this journey with an open heart and a curious mind. My hope is that this story will inspire others who are learning English or any other language. Remember that the path may be challenging, but every step is worth it. Embrace the journey, be patient with yourself, and celebrate each milestone. Language is a gift that enriches our lives in ways that are often unexpected but always invaluable. Let's continue exploring, learning, and growing together, knowing that with each word, each phrase, and each conversation, we are creating connections that will shape our lives and our world for the better. Through this journey, I've learned that language is a tool for connection, a bridge that unites us across distances, backgrounds, and experiences. The relationships I have built, the cultures I have come to understand, and the new perspectives I've embraced are invaluable gifts I could have never anticipated. Language learning has given me a new lens through which to view the world, transforming it from something familiar into something infinitely richer and more diverse. One of the most surprising discoveries has been the joy of creativity that comes with using a new language. When I began to gain confidence in English, I found myself exploring new ways of expressing ideas, playing with words, and even creating poetry and stories. English has become not just a language I speak, but a language I live, think, and dream in. It has given me the freedom to explore new aspects of my personality and creativity that I might never have uncovered otherwise. Reflecting on this journey also makes me recognize the importance of support and community in the language learning process. Teachers, language partners, friends, and mentors have all played a crucial role in helping me reach each new level of fluency. They've been patient, encouraging, and understanding, cheering me on when I doubted myself and celebrating my progress. I realize now that language learning is rarely a solitary endeavor. It thrives when shared with others, and it's enriched by the experiences we create together. Looking back, the progress I've made in English represents so much more than a new skill. It symbolizes resilience, determination, and the willingness to embrace change. Every challenge has been a stepping stone, every mistake a lesson, and every small triumph a reminder of my potential. The journey has shown me that the only real limits are the ones I set for myself, and that with commitment, patience, and support, I can overcome any barrier. As I move forward, I am excited to keep learning, exploring, and connecting with others. I know that language will continue to be a transformative force in my life, helping me to grow, adapt, and understand the world in new ways. I am grateful for everything this journey has taught me and for the countless doors it has opened. And most importantly, I am grateful for the way it has changed me, shaping me into someone who is not only more knowledgeable but also more empathetic, creative, and open to the world. In conclusion, my journey with English has been about growth on every level: linguistic, personal, and cultural. I hope to inspire others to embark on their own language journeys, to embrace the challenges, celebrate the successes, and to never lose sight of the incredible possibilities that language learning brings. In looking to the future, I hope that my story will serve as a testament to the transformative power of language learning. I want others to see that language is not merely a set of rules to memorize, but a pathway to discovering new ways of thinking and living. Whether it's overcoming the initial fear of making mistakes or the resilience needed to persist through challenges, every step offers a chance to build not just knowledge, but also character. One of my aspirations is to use my experience to help others on their language journeys. Having been through this process, I understand how daunting it can be, and I want to encourage others to see language learning as a series of small, achievable steps rather than an insurmountable goal. I believe that sharing stories of success, growth, and even failure can empower others to persevere, showing them that they are not alone in their struggles. I also look forward to deepening my own language skills and exploring new languages. Each language brings with it unique cultural perspectives and ways of seeing the world, and I am excited about the endless possibilities that lie ahead. In learning another language, I know I will encounter fresh challenges and discoveries, just as I did with English. And with every new language I study, I hope to continue cultivating empathy and a broader worldview. More than anything, I want to remind people that language learning is about progress, not perfection. It's about opening doors, forming connections, and creating memories. Every conversation, no matter how simple or complex, is a step forward. Language learning reminds us that growth is often slow and nonlinear, but that every effort is valuable. As I reflect on this journey, I am deeply grateful for the experiences I've had and the person I have become. Language has given me a sense of belonging in a world that once felt unfamiliar, and it has helped me embrace a future filled with possibility. In conclusion, my journey with learning English has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Through each phase, from the early days of frustration to moments of triumph, I have discovered strengths within myself that I never knew I had. Language learning has been a reminder that, with persistence and an open heart, even the most challenging goals can be achieved. Looking back, I realize that language is more than a tool for communication. It is a bridge between worlds, a means of expressing thoughts, dreams, and emotions. It has allowed me to connect with others in ways that go beyond words, fostering understanding, empathy, and friendship. This journey has taught me resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to step outside my comfort zone, qualities that extend far beyond language learning itself. For anyone starting out or struggling with a new language, I hope my story serves as a reminder that every small step counts, every word learned, every mistake made, and every attempt to connect brings us closer to our goals. Language learning may be a personal journey, but it is also one that connects us with a larger global community, enriching our lives and opening doors to new possibilities. As I look to the future, I am excited about where my language journey will take me next. Whether it's continuing to refine my English skills, exploring another language, or helping others on their paths, I know that language will always be a significant part of my life. It has given me the gift of connection, the confidence to pursue my dreams, and the belief that, no matter where we start, we can all find a place in the world through language. Reflecting on my journey with English, I feel an immense sense of accomplishment. This process has gone far beyond memorizing vocabulary and grammar. It has become a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and growth. Each challenge, each small victory, and each conversation has shaped me in ways I could never have anticipated when I first started. In the beginning, I was hesitant. The language barrier felt like an insurmountable wall, separating me from a world that I longed to be a part of. I remember my frustration with trying to remember words, with the constant corrections, and with how slow progress seemed. But I pushed forward, motivated by a vision of the person I wanted to become, someone who could communicate fluently, who could express ideas clearly, and who could connect with others on a deep level. With time, the struggle became less intimidating and more of a challenge to embrace. Each new phrase or rule I learned felt like adding another piece to a complex puzzle. I started to see patterns, to understand the nuances, and to appreciate the beauty of English. One of the greatest shifts came when I realized that it was okay to make mistakes. This simple acknowledgement liberated me from the fear of failure. Instead of seeing mistakes as setbacks, I began to view them as stepping stones, necessary parts of my journey. This shift in perspective not only boosted my learning but also taught me patience and self-compassion. Language learning has been transformative, not just in terms of communication, but also in how I perceive myself and the world around me. I've learned to embrace my own vulnerability, to laugh at my own errors, and to persist in the face of challenges. Every time I misunderstood a phrase, struggled to pronounce a word, or misused an idiom, I learned something valuable, not only about the language, but about myself. I learned that growth often requires patience, humility, and a sense of humor. In my journey, I encountered many people who played significant roles in my progress. Teachers, classmates, and friends all contributed in different ways. Their encouragement, patience, and willingness to help were crucial in moments when I felt overwhelmed. They reminded me that learning a language is a communal experience, one that connects us with others in profound ways. Through them, I came to understand that language is as much about listening as it is about speaking. Every interaction with others was an opportunity to learn not just about grammar or vocabulary, but about culture, perspective, and the shared human experience. There were many memorable milestones along the way. I remember the first time I held a conversation entirely in English without feeling self-conscious, the first book one read cover to cover, and the first time I understood the lyrics of a song without needing a translation. These moments were like beacons, illuminating the path forward and reminding me of how far I had come. Each accomplishment reinforced my belief in my ability to succeed and inspired me to aim even higher. As I became more comfortable with English, I found that it opened doors I had never even imagined. I was able to access a vast world of knowledge, to explore different fields of study, and to engage with ideas from around the world. It allowed me to learn from the experiences of others, to immerse myself in diverse cultures, and to understand perspectives that were previously out of reach. Language became a bridge, not just to individuals, but to entire communities and ways of life. Through language learning, I have also gained a deeper appreciation for my own culture and language. Comparing English with my native language highlighted both the differences and the similarities, leading me to see my own language in a new light. It gave me a richer, more layered perspective on the world and strengthened my identity. I began to see language as a living entity shaped by history, tradition, and innovation, reflecting the values and aspirations of those who speak it. Looking forward, I am excited about the future possibilities that English will bring. I know that my journey with this language is far from over. There is always more to learn, more to explore, and more to understand. I am eager to continue improving, to expand my vocabulary, to refine my fluency, and to delve into the finer nuances of expression. And beyond English, I now feel inspired to explore other languages as well. Having experienced the richness that a new language brings to life, I am eager to unlock the worlds that other languages hold. Ultimately, my journey with English has shown me the power of perseverance, the importance of curiosity, and the joy of continuous learning. It has taught me that progress is not always linear, that each step forward is valuable, and that every effort, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goals. I have come to see language not only as a tool for communication, but as a gift, a way to connect with others, to share experiences, and to contribute to a more interconnected world. As I continue on this path, I hope to inspire others who may feel daunted by the challenges of language learning. If my story can encourage even one person to keep going, to embrace the process, and to believe in their potential, then every effort I have put into learning English will have been worth it. Language learning is a journey of a lifetime, and I am grateful for every moment of it. I am proud of the progress I have made, and I am excited to see where this journey will take me next. In many ways, learning English has been like unlocking new layers of myself. It has brought me closer to understanding the world, but also to understanding my own strengths, weaknesses, and values. Language shapes thought, and as I immersed myself in English, I felt my thinking expand, my worldview shift, and my empathy grow. I have become more open-minded, more willing to explore different perspectives, and more comfortable with ambiguity. English has introduced me to a world where ideas flow freely, where I can listen to the voices of people from places I may never physically visit, and where I can contribute my own voice to the global conversation. Through language, I have come to appreciate the subtle ways in which culture, history, and philosophy intertwine. For instance, idioms and expressions often reveal unique cultural insights, small windows into the collective experiences and humor of a society. Words carry stories, and by learning English, I have become a collector of these stories. I found joy in understanding not just the literal meaning of phrases, but the layers of context and emotion that come with them. This deeper understanding has allowed me to approach my own culture with new appreciation, seeing how language both reflects and shapes our shared heritage. My journey has also taught me about the importance of perseverance. There were times when I felt stuck, when progress seemed slow, and when self-doubt crept in. In those moments, I reminded myself of why I started this journey and how far I had already come. I leaned on the support of others, whether teachers, friends, or fellow learners who understood the struggles and triumphs of this path. Their encouragement helped me to keep going, to push through the challenging parts, and to celebrate the victories, no matter how small they seemed. In this journey, I've also gained invaluable skills that extend beyond language. I have learned patience, resilience, and adaptability. Language learning requires a willingness to be uncomfortable, to make mistakes in front of others, and to constantly adapt to new rules and nuances. These skills have shaped how I approach challenges in other areas of my life. I've learned to embrace discomfort as a natural part of growth and to view challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. Now, as I look ahead, I am excited to continue this journey of discovery. I am eager to refine my language skills further, to tackle more complex topics, and to explore literature, film, and music in English on a deeper level. Each new text, conversation, or piece of media is an invitation to expand my understanding and to connect with the vast community of English speakers around the world. And I know that this journey will continue to evolve, offering new challenges, insights, and joys along the way. In reflecting on this journey, I feel a profound sense of gratitude, grateful for the resources and support that made this possible, for the people who encouraged me, and for the experiences that shaped me. I am proud of the person I am becoming, a person who embraces learning, who values connection, and who is open to the endless possibilities that language offers. Language has not only transformed how I communicate, but has transformed who I am. I look forward to all the ways that English, and perhaps other languages in the future, will continue to enrich my life and connect me to the world. As I continue down this path, I recognize that the journey of mastering a language is a lifelong one. There is always more to learn, more to refine, and more to explore. I look forward to deepening my understanding of the cultural nuances, idiomatic expressions, and unique perspectives that make English so dynamic and rich. Each new word I learn, each new phrase one understand, and each conversation I engage in feels like a small victory and a step toward a more complete version of myself. Language learning has also instilled in me a sense of humility. It reminds me that no matter how proficient I may become, there will always be new aspects to discover, new ways to improve, and new contexts in which to apply my knowledge. This humility has been both grounding and liberating. It reminds me that it's okay not to be perfect, that language, like life, is a process of growth, adaptation, and continual learning. Moreover, my experiences with English have inspired me to consider learning other languages in the future. Having seen how language can open doors to new cultures, histories, and ideas, I am eager to broaden my horizons even further. I want to explore other ways of thinking and communicating, to delve into the stories and philosophies of different societies, and to connect with even more people around the world. The curiosity that first led me to learn English has now blossomed into a genuine love for language learning itself. I have come to see it not as a task to complete, but as a rewarding, lifelong adventure. At its core, learning English has shown me the power of language as a bridge that connects people, ideas, and experiences across time and space. Language is what allows us to share our thoughts, express our emotions, and communicate our values. It's the tool through which we understand one another, build relationships, and create communities. Knowing this, I feel deeply grateful to have gained access to this bridge, and I am committed to using it thoughtfully, with respect and empathy. In essence, English has become more than just a skill I've acquired, it's become a part of my identity. It's given me confidence, resilience, and a sense of connection to the world. Through language, I've found my voice, and through my voice, I hope to contribute positively to the world. Whether through writing, speaking, or simply listening, I want to use my language skills to foster understanding, to promote kindness, and to bridge divides wherever I can. In the years to come, I hope to keep evolving as a language learner and as an individual. I know there will be new challenges and new opportunities, and I am ready to embrace them all. This journey has been one of self-discovery, resilience, and growth, and it's a journey that I am excited to continue. With each step, I carry with me the knowledge that language is not just a tool for communication, but a path to connection, understanding, and ultimately, to becoming a more compassionate and open-minded person. So, here's to the journey ahead filled with new words, new ideas, and new connections. Here's to embracing the unknown, to continuing to learn, and to sharing the beauty of language with others. I am ready for whatever comes next, grateful for the journey so far, and hopeful for the many adventures that await.